Yay! Hello guys! How's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. So today, I've got a new microphone. Hopefully, the sound is coming from here. How do I sound? Is it sounding okay? Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat so that I can move on. First thing first. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear? Okay, good. So hopefully it's coming from this microphone. Yeah. Hello, Rented Identity-san already gave me super chat. Thank you so much. And Bill Biz gave me super chat too. Greetings from Seattle. We heard about the typhoon in Izu Peninsula and I hope you are okay. Yoko, do conservatives in Japan have as much of a problem with the news media creating fake stories as Trump does here in the US? Yes, we have problem with our media. The mainstream media here is also very, very liberal biased, left biased, and it's due to us losing the war. Not gonna get into that much here, but especially about foreign issues, regarding the presidential election of the US and so on, they just import the information from the mainstream media in the US. So what happens is that when it's imported from, like, let's say, like the New York Times, it's already biased, right? And then they have their own narrative. So yes. Oh, good. You can hear. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, I see you guys gathering. That's awesome. So, yeah, we have problems with the media, and we are conservatives here are. We have our own, like, for example, like YouTube channels or like cable network kind of TV programs, but it's nothing like the left. They have the power, so it's really hard to counter that. But my channel is part of that, and that's why people, when I started to talk about politics, people cheered me. By the way, I chopped my hair. Did anyone notice? Okay, let's go to comment. So thank you, Bill Biz, for your comment. Oh, about typhoon, by the way. It's directly like it's gonna hit us here. So I'm really, really worried. We don't have the shields for the windows here. So usually we have those shields, but this place doesn't have it, so we have to reinforce the strength of the windows by like taping and so on. Like, yeah, it's like wartime. Okay, thank you for the flattering about my hair. Waylon asks, are there any pro-Japanese nationalist organizations in Japan? Nationalist organizations. We don't really use the term nationalists, I don't think. Maybe Makoto Sakurai is part of that. But in Japan, the categories that we use are usually like right and left and conservative. So like extremely right wings, conservatives, neutral people that don't exist, and liberals and leftists and extreme left. So that's how our minds work. And nationalists, I guess right wings are kind of nationalists, but we don't even have the definition of that, so I can't really say. So sorry about that. Nationalist. Not sure if it's like a nationalist, but what the left says is that, for example, there's this organization called Nippon Kaigi, basically meaning like Japan meeting or conference. I don't. It's like coalition basically. So it's like a bunch of groups together, and it's a conservative side, and they have their offices throughout Japan. And they are conservative, but seeing from the left, they are like nationalists, right wings, manipulating Abe administration, which is far from the truth. But it's just a bunch of organization put together as a whole coalition. So we have that Nippon Kaigi. Okay. Yes, Rand B said, yes, there are pro-Japanese groups in Japan. However, they call them a far right in Japan. Yes, that's what it is. So yeah. Oh, hello, Watchman. You call me again. Let's read your comments. Oh, Benjamin is talking about the window, like how to, make it stronger. That's cool that you can buy that. Yeah. Okay. So what did I want to talk about today? Just typhoon hitting here, and also I saw Black Lives Matter people smashing the restaurant. I believe that was a restaurant. And like people were having a little party and so on, and gathering a table, and they go in like smash the glasses, and it's like bleh. I can't believe that's happening. And I was before I came here, I was checking out some Fox News, and I watched a bit of Tucker Carlson tonight, as you guys recommend to me. And I saw Kamala Harris saying that the BLM protests will go on, and also it should go on, or like they should continue, or like I don't exactly remember what she said, but she basically said that the riots should carry on. And I'm like, what? It's so awful. And Joe Biden's cognitive issues, it's getting worse, I feel. And I also saw like Sean Hannity's tweet talking about like he introduced this short video clip in his tweet, and said that Joe Biden out of nowhere, like abruptly introducing his wife during announcer at the event. And I watched the footage, and I was like, so it was really bizarre. Like the bizarre was the adjective that Sean Hannity used, and I completely agreed. It was so weird, and I feel like Joe Biden is just used to win the election, and then after that, he might get rid of. Like you can make any excuse, right? So yeah, I'm starting to pity that old man Joe Biden. But it's cool that where did I see that? Was it RNC? The RNC speech by Trump? I don't remember which one. Probably RNC. I checked out his speech at RNC because you guys told me to, and Trump said that his Joe Biden's policies are made in China, and President Trump's policies are made in USA. And yeah, it's so great that it's so like simple, right? Like you can easily understand. So it's cool. Oh, T-Bone, thank you so much for your super chat. Yay, people are coming in. More. Oh, my little guy. Let's put him here. So, okay. So, what was I watching? Oh, Mob. Oh, you deleted that. Okay. Justin is getting dinner. Okay. Yeah. How's your night, guys? Benjamin says patriotism, far right like racial centrism. Oh, Nate asks, Yoko, is Okinawa very beautiful? I hear that it is like especially the ocean, and I hear that the meat there is it pigs? Not pigs, like pork, I should say. That sounds so wild. Yeah, pork is really good there, I hear. So I'm not like vegan or whatsoever. I love meat, so I'm curious of that too. And I've never visited Okinawa though, and yeah, I really want to go there. And the typhoon is hitting actually Okinawa area right now, I believe. And so, of course, there are one US base there in Okinawa. So I really hope that American soldiers are in good, like they're safe. I'm pretty sure that they've moved things around to have them evacuate. And so like our bullet trains, here in Kyushu area, like it's a southern island here, but we have bullet train railways. So they moved some of the bullet trains to like some other parts so that they won't get affected. But the wind is as fast as our bullet train actually, so it can penetrate anything. So it's really, I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope I survive. Okay, let's read your comments. Oh, round B is part libertarian. That's cool. But I stopped being libertarian. That's deep. There's no libertarians here. Like there might, but like we don't have the actual political discussions. All we have is whether pro-Japan or anti-Japan. Isn't that crazy? Our leftists are all anti-Japan, basically. Yeah, they all are. Like that's the definition that we use. And speaking of like anti your own nation, I was looking at like this South Korean, I think she's a professor or something. There's this woman named Tara Oh, and her tweet said that she's talking about South Korea, and she said that now the administration there is completely removing the NIS, like a CIA-ish organization there, capability to monitor, investigate, and catch North Korean spies and agents. And the Moon Jae-in administration already severely weakened that capability administratively. And so it's like worse than Obama. Obama weakened America so hard, but in South Korea, Moon Jae-in is such a communist that he is destroying his own country to be swallowed by North Korea. So that's something that we should know. And my husband is somehow chuckling by himself. What?
Cute bear.
Oh no, somebody called this guy a cute bear? Round B said that. Oh no. Does this look like a bear? Shaking in anger. This is a Shiba. Yeah. Okay. I should, it's a dog. It's a doggy. I should brush him. My favorite. Somebody called it a pillow, but I called it a stuffed animal. Shiba bear. I can't see that, but yeah. He doesn't even have a tail. And this guy was actually manufactured in China, so that sucks. But I'm he's now Japanese, so Anyway, any questions, guys? This is Q&A session, which is an hour long. We have 45 minutes left. T-Bone, Japanese and Filipinos trumpers were out today. Ooh. Out like as in the city, or let me know. Whoa. Okay. 117 Rebel. Yoko, how are you? I'm doing great. Scared of typhoon. That's approaching Typhoon Haishen. It means the god of the oceans, it seems, in Chinese. Like, it's a Chinese name this time. Yeah. I'm worried. Ooh, Waylon says, check out Vox Day's latest video on YouTube. His channel is called The Dark Stream. He is a Native American Christian nationalist author publisher that lives in Italy. Whoa. People are very like international and global nowadays. It's interesting. Okay, Vox Day. I should write that down. Day. Okay. Mob Totsu-san. Once Ishiba was dressed up as Majin Buu. How do you know that? I mean, I've seen that, but it's interesting that you know it. Yes, I've seen. I think. Did I see that? I don't even know. But like, there are lots of like. I think he does weird stuff, and also like people make like, what you guys call in English, like a meme type of pictures, like it's edited, so. And Ishiba is like LDP guy. He's really weird. Oh, my husband said that Ishiba, one of the candidates right now for LDP's top person, Ishiba is like Mitt Romney. Yeah. Like he was a betrayer. And so Ishiba is like that. We've got exactly, people like that here in Japan as well. Okay, let's read your comments. Daxby, we are doing a Drag the Flag event all over the USA. Yoko, wish you were here. Ooh, is that the one with the huge like American flag and like Trump's flag? I saw one video. I think it was President Trump retweeting, and it's like huge ban, and it had like Trump, like huge flag and American flag. Like I think I remember two flags. It was so cool. Yeah, I want to visit America. I've been to the States only twice, and it's a long time ago. When your economy was crashing, I was actually there in 2008 in California, San Diego, and then San Francisco. And it was awful, man. I visited a guy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm busy with the work situation, like because the economy was collapsing, and he had to make sure that he still has the job." So, okay. 117 Typhoon, are you near the Cascos? Or are you on island? I think you misspelled some, but I'm in Fukuoka Prefecture of Kyushu Island, and it's not the coastline or anything, but this typhoon is so big that we are all in the range. Like half of the Kyushu Island is in the zone, and also it's like the right side. Like if you see on the map, the right side is stronger because it catches everything into the wind, and so it's dangerous. Where I live is actually, I think it's dangerous, but depending on the routes, Okay. Oh, super chat, T-Bone. Asian conservatives are starting to come out in America. It's great to see them joining the fight. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, Asians are like ignored. I know that the percentage of the population is really really tiny, like Asian population, but there are many of us, and one of my acquaintances, like I know this woman. She even ran for an election in the US. I don't remember which state, but I've met a Korean American woman who spoke at the convention of the Republican Party, and she loves President Trump. She supports, and she and her friends, the Asian community. I think she made this community Korean American for Trump or something like that. She made a group even, and it's really, they're fighting to in this together. Oh, mandatory carry. Thank you for your super chat. Okay. Watchman asks Yoko, who do the Japanese think are going to win American election, Trump or Biden? Oh, I think we are all wishing for Trump, except for leftists here. What I can say is that we don't actually know. We do see the polls that the left media in the US are showing, but the reporting here is not really biased, I feel. The media is, even though usually it's like left biased, they're trying to be as neutral as possible, because when it comes to election, our media isn't that bad because they follow the manual of like how to report, and they're very strict on that. But anyway, conservative people here love Trump administration. We want Trump to be elected again, and so what's very interesting seeing from me is that I go on Twitter, for example, and I look at the tweets by the Japanese conservatives or Japanese right wings, right, on Twitter, and they're emotionally talking about BLM, like to protest against them, but they're talking in Japanese. So that's our, negative part. But if any of you understand Japanese, please look up all these like tweets in Japanese, conservative tweets. There are lots of like conservatives or right wings here. The right side of people are dominating our internet here in Japan. So if you look up, you can easily see how much Japanese people are supporting President Trump and how much we know about what BLM is, how it's led by communists, and how it's damaging the communities in America, and how it's destroying the history and culture, and we know all the stuff here in Japan. It's just not translated. So seriously, if you get rid of this language barrier, I'm pretty sure that Japan can work in favor for you. So let's have that perspective. Okay. Ooh, Oh, rented identity. Yoko, please consider joining our conversations on geeksandgamers.com/boards. Oh, yes, I remember. I actually took a note, and I Google searched it, and after that, I haven't clicked on that for some reason, but I will do that today because I should have time being stuck home due to the typhoon. I'm really hoping that the wind doesn't cut our internet though, because the cable is like swinging in the air. Oh man, Japan is so like advanced, but at the same time, it's some things are really old-fashioned. So okay, Pangur Band's Quest. Sorry, I can't read well. What are your thoughts on Abe-san's resignation and the future leadership of Japan? He had to eventually quit, and I don't know which perspective to show, but Abe administration lasted too long, in my opinion, because and conservatives here love him. Like I'm like the minority of the minority, you know. Like people don't speak against Abe administration. Once you do that, you're attacked by conservatives like really, really harshly here in Japan. So you shouldn't do that. But I do because I'm such an outspoken person. But Abe Shinzo Abe, the guy himself, is such a conservative person with so much sophistication and knowledge and power. But however, he's in LDP, Liberal Democratic Party, and the party itself is already has lots of limits, and how our nation functions, it's really limited as well. So even he couldn't do what he promised to do, like, for example, revising our constitution so that we could have our own military officially, or he was promising to dispatch our officials on Senkaku Islands, which is the islands that we have dispute with with China. And there are lots of and most importantly, Prime Minister Abe promised that, or rather announced that the abduction problem by North Korea is the priority, the first priority, but he couldn't do anything, and also he didn't even appoint a minister for that. You know, like it was like the minister that was in charge of the abduction problem was doing other issues as well, like combined. And there you can see the unwillingness of resolving the issue right there in the appointment. So yeah, that's how we see. And since LDP and this other party, Komeito, are in power, like they are the governing power now. So that's not going to change because it's like how our country works. But the next guy is said to be this guy, Suga. He's the chief cabinet secretary. I hope that's the right word. The big words I tend to forget. But this guy is now in the administration, and he has been supporting Prime Minister Abe for all these years. The reason why Prime Minister Abe had all this power and had this stability is because of this guy. He started off by working to pay the tuition fees for the university, and he worked like a normal person, and then step by step he earned this position socially to now he's going to be a prime minister soon. So yeah, but this guy is great also. Not sure about his conservative values, but when you look at the big picture, he's on the conservative side. So he's like an ally of Abe, and he's gonna carry on the policies of Abe administration. So for America, for example, things are not gonna change. It's the same party with the same kind of guy leading our country. Yeah, the only the problem for us Japanese is that he clearly said that he's not going to reduce our consumption tax. And Abe administration raised our consumption tax twice. even though they are like economically speaking, you are supposed to reduce the tax so that we want to buy more and the economy gets in the good circulation or good cycle. But the LDP is basically like ruled. It's not ruled, but it's like largely influenced by the Ministry of Finance. So they can't. They keep raising the taxes, and even our new guy here is he's not going to reduce our taxes. So that's our problem right now, because our economy is largely influenced negatively by COVID-19 Wuhan virus. Okay, I talk too much, but T-Bone, did you watch Japanese Trump supporters video I sent? I think so. Yeah, it's Japanese people with like Trump, like 4 more years, just basically supporting Trump, right? There's this group here in Japan that support Donald Trump, like President Trump, and I'm friends with them, and it's like I kind of feel like they copied me, you know. So there's a slight frustration there, but everybody's free, right? And yeah, they're good guys, you know. And the group name is even like taken from the party that I threw, I feel. But anyway, they're good guys, very happy and like high energy, and they truly support President Trump. So yeah, but I have to mention though that their group is kind of unique. That is they are specialized in that, and they are not really like a usual conservative community, I feel. But they're good guys, and I'm friends with them. So like when I go to Tokyo, for example, I meet them and they're like, hi. So I'm like, hi. We are all good people, like good friends. And let's read your comments. This is excuse me. This is a Q&A session, so leave comments and questions. Ooh, so it loaded like all of a sudden. Sam says, good to see you again, Yoko. Thank you. Good to see you too. Mobius asks, what percentage of Japan speak English? I don't even know. It's like 10%? No? My husband is like, no way. 5%? No, nobody speaks English here. Yeah, it's very limited. People, don't get me wrong though, like Japanese people go study abroad, go work overseas, but even among them, some people learn English very well and others come back and forget. And also some people get married to foreigners, and those type usually live overseas. Or well, no, not everybody, but some people live overseas, and those people might speak English, but it's just rare, I would say. My husband says that except for like diplomats and so on, or like international business people, nobody speaks English here in Japan. So yeah. So I mean, that's why politically we have such a barriers everywhere, you know. Like in all these other countries, people speak English except Japan. So we are so like left behind, you know, in the international society. And so I'm like the only one doing this type of stuff here in Japan. It's crazy because there's so many, even though the conservative community is small here in Japan, but there are so many people involved in the conservative power here in Japan. But I'm the only one that, does this type of stuff. And there are people that understand English, but they're usually behind the scenes. So yeah, this is what you get. Oh, Nate asks, Yoko, do you and your husband like Akihisa Nagashima? Nagashima Akihisa. My husband likes him. He's a conservative. He belonged to the Democratic Party before, but now he is in LDP. So sometimes it happens, like, Japan's election situation is really bad and new people can't go in, and also even if we can, we it's better to become a candidate from a left side of a party than the right side, because there's a better chance of winning and so on. So when that happens, Akihisa Nagashima, he was in the Democratic Party, and wait, I was wrong. So Akihisa Nagashima was like the opposite. Like he's a rare kind. So he was he was strong with the election in election, but he moved to LDP, the governing party. So and also he had to, as the condition of becoming an LDP National Diet member, he had to change his district of election to somewhere else. So now he's going to have a hard time in elections. So, but yeah, he's a conservative, and I believe his national security beliefs are really good. So he's a rare kind that we need to, keep alive in a political field. Ed Flynn, thank you for your super chat. Okay, let's. T-Bone says, tell husband what's up. I always give him shout out. Nice of you, thank you. Husbandにヘロと。Okay. Let's read your comments. If you have questions, leave. Dallas Johnston. Hi, Yoko. Currently watching you while staying at my Japanese friend's place. That's awesome. Yeah, be nice to Japanese people. Yeah. What else did I want to? Oh, yeah. Did you guys see my retweet of the video clip? Like, this BLM versus Marine. There was, I don't even know the situation well. I don't even know if the title was the right one to the video clip. But what I saw was like this, like, young kid tried to punch the whoever was like protesting, and then there was a punch, and the Marine guy is like catches him easily. So that was so interesting. So BLM can be really crazy, but people are strong, especially those who are, protecting your country. What else? Did you guys also see Osama bin Laden's, is it called niece? Talking about President Trump? I was really surprised to see that she's supporting President Trump.
It was a New York Post. Yeah, that's the conservative one. Article. Oh, Ed Flynn, thank you for your super chat. Yoko-san, are you familiar with Dr. Lee Meng Yang, the virologist who recently defected from Hong Kong? What are your thoughts about her? Also, please be sure to take vitamin D and plus K for your health. Thank you. 誰だろう。香港。Defecto ってなんだ It's such a big part of it. Both like, what does it mean? Yeah, it doesn't hit the bell. Like, we are not sure who that is. Li Meng. Li Meng. Sorry, guys. Let me. I'm curious. Young. Not sure. Oh. Yeah, I see that it's reported, but not familiar. This. わかんないね。So sorry that I'm not familiar with that. But I'm taking vitamin D, by the way. Yeah. ウイルス学者。香港から逃げ出した。Sounds like a courageous woman. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's. I would. Yeah. I will check it out about her, and then I'll probably tweet and so on. So follow me on Twitter at Random Yoko if you haven't. Okay. Oh yeah, she fled from Hong Kong. Eric asks, are there many college professors that believe in Marxism in Japan? There are quite a few in America. Communist professors in Japan. コミュニストって共産主義者かな学者たちは。だけど私がコミュニストですと言わされる人はいないけど、学者は特に多い。So yeah, there are lots of like professors here are mostly leftists, right? Due to our history, like our patriotic professors or teachers or officials in general, they were all purged after the World War II because we lost. And so those who are left are leftists. That kind of funny when you think about the pun. But anyway, so our professors are leftists, and some, I believe, are communists, actually. But they don't openly go and say, like, hey, I'm a communist, They just teach all their beliefs in university. So it's pretty much the same as America. You go to university, or even starting from like elementary school, junior high school here. You learn that Japan was a bad country, and these are the damages that you've brought to Asia, and blah blah blah, and yeah, and 90%. So 90% of the professors here, or about constitution scholars. So 90% of like constitution scholars or professors in Japan, 90% say that self-defense force is illegal. That not illegal. It's like it's against constitution, our constitution. They're crazy. My husband is saying they are crazy. They don't have any sense of protecting our nation. They are professional about constitution. However, they don't understand the fundamental thought about what constitution is. It's for your country, and somehow they're against us.
Fat Ron. Thank you for your super chat. Sorry about the small dollars. Oh, no. Thank you. What are some leftist policies? Destroy Japan? Like in Japan, you mean? If in Japan, leftists say that having our it's not even military, but our self-defense force is against our constitution. That's what the leftist says. So whatever that self-defense force is supposed to do or is going to do, the left side attacks. So whether it's to boost our defense budget or whether to buy our new like a military stuff like aircrafts or whatever, they oppose to the new moves, whatever it is. So they want to weaken our country, Yep. And I hope that it helps. So I think it's it's a worldwide thing that wherever you go, like if it's in the US or Japan or even South Korea, it's like our leftists want to destroy our own country. And I think what that tells me is that they're working for other countries, especially like communist-led countries like China or Russia. That's like they have their coalition, so they're working for those countries, I feel. So it's really like Obama was awful. He weakened America like crazy. Moon Jae in South Korea is doing the same. Our opposition parties in Japan, the big ones especially, are against Japan, and they are pro-China, pro-North Korea, and they want our country to be like swallowed into their coalition, which is crazy. I'm like, are you blind? Man. When I think about that, I think about the name of the Democratic Party in the USA. The Democratic Party is supposed to be Democrats, like they are supposed to support democracy, I believe that, but they are rather like a like a dictator mind. So they are communist party rather. So they should rename their party. And for that, though, there are some Democrats, like moderate Democrats I see, are supporting President Trump, or rather that they are disagreeing with the radical left moves in the States. So that's good that if I were American, I would, I don't know, dig there. Like I would try to divide the moderate left from radical left, so that the radical left will shrink. So that's what I would do. Like there are people that can't be fighting against the same enemies as you are fighting. So you gotta take the advantage of that. Any questions? T-Bone, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Do Japanese think America's BLM issue is real? Yes. The media here has been reporting about the riots a lot. I don't even know the narrative though, but we all know, like it's the internet age, so we all see all this vandalism and everything. And Japanese people are so like, our political field is of course divided. There are lots of different ideas among us, but what we all agree to is non-violence. Like that's why the Japanese Communist Party is having a hard time. Back in the day, like in the 60s or 70s, they were being like BLM actually in Japan, the leftists in Japan, like especially university kids. They were like even killing people or killing cops. That was happening here in Japan. But after that, things changed, like our value changed, and or I guess we learned how to control better. And right now the Japanese Communist Party, even though what they want is violent revolution in the end, like they want to first of course have a socialist revolution, but but they know that their violent like revolutionary ideas, like what BLM is doing in the States right now, they don't get like they don't get supported here in Japan, because we believe, like everybody agrees, that violence is bad. That's how our minds work. So when we look at all this coverage of the US, like whatever they say, it's a peaceful protest, whatever they say, we see that. We can see the violence and all this screaming and yelling and so on. And that's so different from our culture that, of course, it's probably different from like conservative culture in the US even. But when we look at that, we think like, oh, that's bad. That's just, we want to have democracy and freedom, so we don't allow that sort of stuff. Oh, okay, next thing. DD Raptor says, got a haircut after watching Nancy Pelosi get one. Did Nancy Pelosi get a haircut? Oh yeah, I briefly saw about that. I don't know what it's about, but hair salon and Nancy Pelosi. I saw the title. What's happening with Nancy Pelosi? It's after the ice cream now. Now the salon woman or something, and this governor. It's not governor. Is politician in California is like welcoming the salon person. Like I don't know the story, but I just picked the surface of the story. So yeah. Oh, T-Bone. If I visit Japan, I don't want to see China culture. I know, right? Like I don't want to see either. But yeah, I mean, like it's so weird that in the free world we already like we can see what's happening in nation states that are oppressed by communist-led China, that like there's no freedom, there's no I don't know, human rights. Yeah, you can't live under communist regime, and you don't have the freedom of religion, and you're like a robot working for the top people. And I don't know why American like BLM people especially, they say like they're even proud that they are Marxists, right? Like they're founders and leaders of the BLM. They say like they're Marxists and they are proud of that, and they are trying to destroy the history and culture and tradition of the US. And I'm like, so what are you trying to do? Like it kind of blinds everybody's eyes when they say like, oh, America is bad, like this has to be destroyed, blah blah blah. And when they're destroying, we get caught by that. But what do they eventually want to do? Like what kind of world country are they trying to build? Is it China? Because that's where communism leads. And what's happening inside of China, or those nation states that are oppressed by China, it's really awful. You have no freedom, no human rights or whatsoever. And yeah, so it's crazy. Okay, 5 minutes left. So yeah, whoa, 80 people watching. Thank you for watching. I have to go in 5 minutes. We have to tape our windows and so on and be ready for the typhoon. T-Bone, BLM ruined, nobody going to want to deal with them. BLM, we need to, like, they are terrorists. So, long story short, BLM people are terrorists. They have political agenda and they're destructing communities and even harming innocent people. They are terrorists, nothing but terrorists. And you have to arrest them. Like, they don't agree with what the country is for. So I'm like, arrest them or, expel them. Expel, is that a word? Like, let them go to China or something. I married Jinx says, nice microphone, like a real streamer. Yay! Thank you. I had to look up a lot to make a decision. But I realized that this is even manufactured in China too. It's not a Chinese brand though, I believe, because I researched and that's why I said, not sure. But it's really hard now to get a microphone even or webcams. Because of the virus brought by China, now we're all affected, and now at least we have the internet, so we want to get in touch online, right? But then when we purchase microphones or webcams, the reasonable price stuff like microphone and cameras, they are from China. Like I saw all this reasonable, like less expensive kinds, and I wanted to see how they are, but they are like made in China, and they don't even openly say that. And I'm like, this is so awful. China fled all this virus to the world. Now the world is suffering from pandemic, and we want to do something about it. And now what we can reach is Chinese products. Crazy, man. Alex Kogan explained. Nancy Pelosi, I believe, tried to sneak a haircut, breaking her own rules. Oh, she's trying to throw the salon under the bus. Oh man, that's awful. That is so awful. Okay. Any last question, guys? Yanami says, hi Hidetoshi. Thanks for remembering my husband's last name. Yeah. It's first name. Oh, first name. Sorry. It's hard for English speakers. The sun will rise again, says Japan needs to bring back manufacturing in Japan. I know. Man, it's like the only problem is our what you call, not rage, right? I forget the word, like the payment, is so expensive to hire a Japanese person. So yeah, but made in Japan stuff are amazing. Even our military could, like, if we have a military, we could do so well, but so the world has to stop fearing Japan. Like, we are good people, good-hearted people. Like, we are on the side of the free world, and we are not a competitor. We are partners in the free world. So yeah, we really need the military and so on. What? I really love that. Wait. 117 Rebel said, make Sony great again. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna spread that, man. That's awesome. That's a great idea. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go soon. Oh, I married Jinx says, do you live in Tokyo, Yoko? No, I live in Fukuoka Prefecture. So Kyushu Island, like a southern island. Yep. Okay, so I have to go now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if I couldn't answer your questions or comments. Oh, Jessica said in Japanese to take care. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for all your comments and everything. I sorry for not catching everything. I'm not God. I'm only human, so I can only answer a bit. But I do this live stream every week. So Saturday for you, 11 p.m. EST, I believe. So yeah, I'm also gonna work on like web camera. I got a new phone, by the way, and this has like it's iPhone Pro. So because I smashed the old one and the glass shattered, so I got a new one, and the camera is really good. So maybe I will use this as a camera. I don't know, but Randy said, "Bye bye Biden." I should make a song. Bye bye Biden. Yeah. Let's make a song. Yeah, because no to China, you know? We don't need a Chinese leader from the US. It doesn't make sense. Send all these people to China. Okay, thank you guys so much. Seriously, I don't know what's gonna happen with the typhoon. I'm really hoping that it's gonna derail, but hope to see you next week if I survive. Okay, so thank you guys for all your kind comments. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna miss you, but I'm always on Twitter at Random Yoko, so follow me. Okay, and I will talk to you guys soon. So, okay, you take care too. Okay, bye.